History, nature, love, peace, and emotions. This defined my last week in Europe. Right now, I'm at a place called Aachen. Aachen is around 70 kilometers from Cologne. It took me 2 hours to reach here, 1 hour from train and 1 more hour from bus. It's an interesting place. The most important thing about this place is that presently I'm in Germany, and when I walk 3 kilometers from here, I enter into Netherlands. I'm going to this place called the Three Country Point, where it is a square, and one side of the square is Belgium, the other side of the square is Netherlands, and the third side of the square is Germany. Now I walk to this place where the borders of three countries are there, and they are manned by no person. Basically, it's open borders, and that's pretty interesting for me. So I'm here. The time is 12:30 right now. The temperature, the climate is grey. It may rain in some time. Maybe I'll get drenched in rain today. Now on foot I have to go 3 kilometers through some woods. You can see the woods behind. I don't know if it's visible or not. Let's go there. It's a beautiful place. It is like 1 second I'm in Germany, the other second I'm in Netherlands, the third second I'm in Belgium. So pretty interesting, right? So let's go there. Just 5 minutes down the line, I think I already got lost. I don't know which way to go. My phone internet has also stopped working. It's a bit difficult. It says there's a street here, but I don't see any of it. I don't know, I have to figure something out. I just need to keep walking. Oh my god. Okay, cool. Let's see where it takes me. I have no idea where I'm going. I hope I hit the right road. I have to talk to people and figure something out. Yes, I found the correct road. Finally, I asked a few people here and there on how to go there. I found the street. It's a beautiful street. While I'm walking, I guess you will have a view of the street as well. Just have a look at the background. It's really a wonderful street. Very lovely. And it's calm and quiet, and the walk is uphill, so it's a bit tedious. But doesn't matter. Reached here. The walk was supposed to take half an hour to 45 minutes, but I lost my way and I took a deroute of approximately 5 kilometers. So the entire walk has taken me 1.5 hours. I had to trek for 1.5 hours across the woods to get here. Now I'll tell you what this place is. Behind me, that stone, that is Netherlands. Towards my left, this stone, this is Belgium, and towards my right, this stone, this is Germany. I am standing in between of three countries, and that's the reason this is called the Three Country Point. Coming from a country where international border issues are on a rise on a daily basis, it was wonderful to see cafes instead of barbed wires around here. I loved how people, along with their pets and children, could simply walk across countries without the fear of trespassing. across 4 times. I waded through the thickest of the woods. I waded through some tiny villages. I traveled around 15 kilometers on foot. I didn't know where to go, and I had put on my phone and I was using my internet to figure out my way, but my phone battery died. So I just trusted my instincts, and whichever road I felt was right to take, I took that. In fact, there were no roads to the most of the journey. I was cutting through woods, I was cutting through fields, I was cutting through farms. But also, there were a few streets which were really beautiful. I got a beautiful view, but traveling from the three country points to the city was adventurous, if I put it in the right words. I won't tell that it was terrible because I love it. I loved it. So it was adventurous and I loved it. I really, really loved it. While the day ended with sore feet, knotted shoulders, and heavy, sleepy eyes, next day had many more stories in the basket. It's 8 a.m. in the morning and the journey has begun. By around 12 p.m. today, I'll be reaching Amsterdam. We are going to Amsterdam and I'll be in Amsterdam for the next 2 days. Many people have told me that the city is beautiful and there's a lot that we can see in that city. I have already hit the road. It has been few minutes now that I'm on the road. I find the view really intimidating and damn beautiful. I just hope it's a good road to Amsterdam. I went to Amsterdam thinking that the city would be all fun and frolic. With a tinge of history and a pool of emotions, Amsterdam altogether had a different lesson to teach to me. When I was a kid, maybe 14 years or 15 years old, a still growing teenager in my early teens, my mom had introduced me to this book called The Diary of a Young Girl, written by Anne Frank. I started reading this book, and in the beginning of the book, I didn't understand anything about the book. I didn't know what was going on or anything. I thought that this book was completely silly. But my mom, she urged me to keep on reading the book and not stop reading it, and I continued reading it. And when we were in the later pages of the book, I realized that this book has a lot that connects to me. This book has a lot to teach to me. Anne Frank was a teenage girl who had died at the age of 13 in the World War II. She was a Jew who was captured by the Nazis during the World War, and she was killed there. The only memory that Anne Frank has as of now, the only memoir of her existence, is this book that she had written while she was, hiding against the Jews. I've just come out of that hiding place, which is also called as the Anne Frank house here, and I'm unable to control my tears. All those memories that I had while reading the book are just flashing to and fro and back again. The Diary of a Young Girl is really a special book to me, and yes, undoubtedly I recommend this book to each and every person that I know. When you ask me why war is a terrible thing to do, when you ask me why religion violence is a terrible thing to do, when you ask me why communalism is a terrible thing to do, just go through that book once and you will get all your answers. No one needs to tell you why they really are terrible things to do. And it saddens me that the world is heading the same way even today. There was only one thing that could get me over the heartbreaking experience of Anne Frank House, and it was nothing other than a refreshing cruise in the majestic waters of Amsterdam. I'm in Berlin now. It's one of the biggest cities of Germany. It's actually my second day. The first day when I arrived, we spent most of the day at the university, so I didn't get much of the time to roam around. And later in the evening, I was too tired because of the 3-day continuous travel and exploring Amsterdam. So it was too tiring, so couldn't explore much. Today, there is only one day, and it's obvious that I cannot explore the entire Berlin in just one day. So I have decided on a few spots. The first place that I had decided to go was the Museum of Natural History. With huge constructed structures of dinosaurs and variety of fossils, the museum was indeed an eye-catching experience. My next adventure was the marvelous haunted trip through the Berlin dungeon. I just now got out of this place called Berlin Dungeon. If you're in Berlin, make sure you visit this place. There are some amazing stage actors who take you through a dungeon and they tell you a story which you're a part of. And it's really brilliant. I couldn't take pictures or videos inside because it was prohibited, but trust me on this, it's really fun. Now Berlin Dungeon is done, we are going to the Aquadome, which is basically an aquarium where you can walk through it. So I've only seen this in a movie, I'm really excited to see it in real. So going there, once I go there, I'll see if photography and videography is allowed. Then based on that, I can tell you if I can take you in or not. So wait until I get there. I was just 11 minutes late to come to this place, the Aquadome, and now the doors are closed. We were there at the Berlin Dungeon. We spent a bit of time there and we couldn't come here. I was really looking forward to this place and now it's closed. I'm leaving tomorrow early in the morning at 9 AM and I can't even come tomorrow because the first ride begins at 10 AM. So I missed it. I missed it just by the grip of it. But anyways, there are more places to see in Berlin. It's still not evening. So I hope it compensates for that. While I was on my way to some other place from there, I saw a colorful march, which I assumed to be a carnival at first, but later it turned out to be something more interesting. Here are almost 1 lakh people who are protesting to legalize marijuana in the country. So, ladies and gentlemen, when democracy gives you the best, make sure you make the best use of it. So this is the people's voice. I'll now take you through their protest now for a few minutes and let's see what they've got for you. It's not about what is right and what is not. Perceptions vary. Representing your opinion is what is important, And in a democracy, it is what is necessary. After a day filled with many events and explosive experiences, it was time that I spent some time closer to nature, closer to history. And this took me to the last destination of my expedition, the Berlin Wall. Here I stand in one of the most important pieces of history, the Berlin Wall. This wall has a lot of anarchy, this wall has a lot of violence, this wall has a lot of history attached to it. What once was the symbol of grey, what once was the symbol of blood is now laden with colours, is now laden with graffiti all over. This wall is an example of what not being united is. This wall is an example of what anarchy looks like. This wall is an example of what everything wrong feels like. But this wall was torn down. This history was created, and by no other people but by people themselves. So ultimately, this wall also becomes the reason of the unity that is shown in people. This wall is also a symbol of hope, a symbol of brotherhood, a symbol of staying united, a symbol of loving and being loved. I had read about this wall, the Berlin Wall, only in books, only in my history books and only in Wikipedia pages, and today I am here witnessing this big chunk of history, and it actually feels nice to stay here. This was it from me, from Germany. Day after tomorrow I'll be heading back to India. Tomorrow I'll be going back to Cologne. It was a wonderful trip. I learned a lot from this trip. I've made a lot of friends. Finally it's coming to an end. I don't feel like going back to India, but she is my mother. She is my mother nation, and irrespective of what my roots lay there, I will be returning back to India. I'm returning back to India on the 15th of August of 2017. That is the Independence Day in India. It feels, kind of irony that a large chunk of history of India comes from the Europeans and their colony in India itself. And the month before Independence Day, I have celebrated in Europe, and I'm landing back in India exactly on Independence Day. A huge irony, but I think karma comes in full circle. My expedition of 2017 to Germany and to Europe came with a lot of twists, turns, ups and downs. Maybe this is what makes traveling more interesting. Many more places to go and many more people to meet. This tour did not mark its end, but a mere beginning to many more.